Level 1. Recruiter. It starts in a crowded bus terminal just after sunset. The air smells like diesel and sweat. People move fast, dragging bags, holding children, trying to leave something behind. You stand near a broken ticket machine, pretending to scroll your phone while watching faces. You're not looking for strength, you're looking for hesitation. Someone who keeps checking over their shoulder.
Excuse me, sir?
Someone
Any job
desperate.
openings
A
here?
girl catches your eye.
sorry.
Early
Okay,
20s.
thanks anyway.
Worn shoes. Clutching a small backpack like it's everything she owns. She asks a stranger about job opportunities in another city. That's your moment. You step in casually. Voice calm. Friendly. You tell her you know a place restaurant work. Decent pay, housing included. You make it sound simple. Safe. She doesn't trust you at first. You don't push. You smile, step back, let her think she has control. 5 minutes later, she comes back to you. You buy her tea.
Everything will be all right.
You talk
Really?
about
You mean it?
opportunity.
Yes.
You
trust me.
avoid
Okay,
details. She nods slowly. Hope replaces fear in her eyes. That's when you know it's done. Later that night, you message a number, saved without a name. One line. One female, early 20s, ready. A reply comes instantly. Price confirmed. The money isn't much. Not yet. But it's fast, easy. And when you walk away, you don't look back. Because tomorrow, you'll do it again. Level 2. Transporter, courier. It's 3:40 a.m. The highway is empty except for your van and the occasional truck roaring past. The girl sits in the back, silent now. No more questions. She's starting to realize something
A
isn't
checkpoint?
right. You
No, no,
keep
no.
your eyes forward. Your phone buzzes. A
Hello?
location pin.
Is someone
A
there?
checkpoint ahead wasn't supposed to be there. Your grip tightens on the steering wheel. You weren't trained for this. You're just supposed to drive, drop off, get paid. The girl
No,
whispers
look,
from
it's
the
a
back
checkpoint.
asking where you're going.
What do
You
we
ignore
do?
her. The checkpoint lights appear in the distance. Bright. Blinding. Police. Your heart starts pounding. You slow down, thinking fast. You remember what they told you. Never panic. Never stop unless forced. At the last second, you turn off onto a dirt road. The van shakes violently as you speed through darkness. The girl screams as she's thrown against the side. You don't stop. Dust fills the air behind you as you disappear into the night. 20 minutes later, you reach a warehouse. Metal doors. No signs. 2 men waiting outside. You open the back. They don't speak. They just pull her out. You get paid in cash. Thicker this time, but your hands are still shaking when you drive away, because now you understand this isn't just a job. It's a system, and you're inside it. Level 4. Broker, the meeting is set for 9:15 p.m. in a business hotel that looks expensive but forgettable. Neutral ground. No cameras in the hallway, or at least none that matter. You arrive 10 minutes early, just like you were told. Not because you're punctual, but because being late at this level means disrespect. And disrespect here has consequences. The elevator ride feels longer than it should. You watch the numbers climb, your reflection staring back at you from the mirrored walls. Your face looks calm. It has to be. You've practiced this. When the doors open, the hallway is silent. Thick carpet absorbs your footsteps. Room 1208 is at the end. You knock once. The door opens halfway. A man stands there, not what you expected. Clean suit. No visible weapons. No aggression. Just quiet control, the kind that doesn't need to prove anything. He steps aside. You walk in. The room smells faintly of cologne and fresh linen. A table is already set near the window. 2 chairs. A folder placed neatly in the center. No drinks. No distractions. He gestures for you to sit. You do. No small talk. He opens the folder and turns it toward you. Photos. Queer. Clinical. Faces staring back at you. Some look scared. Some don't understand yet. Under each photo, age, origin, condition, notes written in short, coded language. You don't react. That's the first rule at this level. Never show anything. He watches your eyes carefully. Not what you say, what you don't say. You've moved small units before, he says quietly. You nod once. This is different. You already know that. This isn't about individuals anymore. This is volume, coordination, supply chains. You lean forward slightly, scanning the details. Your voice stays steady when you speak. Routes are secured. Timing depends on border pressure. He studies you for a second longer than comfortable. Reliability matters more than speed. You understand what that means. Failure isn't delay, it's loss. Loss isn't money, it's exposure. And exposure is death. You shift slightly in your seat. Not nervous. Controlled. Delivery will be clean. He leans back, finally relaxing just enough to show you this is moving forward. Prices have changed. Of course they have. They always do at this level. He slides a second sheet across the table. Numbers, higher than you expected. Not by a little. You don't react. Inside, your mind is already calculating. Recruiter cuts, transport costs, risk margins, your profit. It's bigger than anything you've touched before, but so is the danger. You tap the paper once, half up front. He shakes his head slowly. 30. Silence stretches between you. Not awkward. Tactical. You let it sit. Then you lean back just slightly. 40. And priority routes. Another pause. This is where deals are actually made. Not in words, but in who breaks first. He exhales quietly. Done. Just like that. The room feels different now. He reaches into his jacket and places a small device on the table, a burner phone. For coordination, you take it. No hesitation. That matters too. As you stand to leave, he speaks again. One more thing. You stop. If anything goes wrong, he doesn't finish the sentence. He doesn't need to. You nod once and walk out. The hallway feels colder now. The elevator ride down is silent again. But this time your reflection doesn't look the same. There's no uncertainty left. No hesitation. Just calculation. Outside, the city is alive. Cars passing. People laughing. Normal life continuing like nothing exists beneath it. You step into the night with a deal that changes everything. More money, more power, more risk. Because now you're not just part of the chain. You're shaping it. And somewhere, without even seeing their face, someone's future has already been decided because of what you just agreed to. Level 5. Coordinator. Logistics manager. The room is dim, lit only by screens. Blue light flickers across your face as multiple maps glow on the wall in front of you. Routes stretch across borders like veins, some active, some cut off, some blinking with warnings. This is where everything connects. And now, it all runs through you. Your phone vibrates constantly, not ringing, vibrating. Calls are rare at this level, too risky. Everything is coded, short, precise. You sit in a worn chair, one leg bouncing slightly as you scan updates.
Move.
Unit delayed. Route compromised. Client pushing timeline. Each message is a problem, and you solve problems. You zoom in on one of the maps. A route you approved 2 days ago is flashing red. Border pressure increased overnight. Unexpected. You didn't predict that. That bothers you. You pick up one of the phones and type quickly, reroute, secondary path. No stops. Seconds later, a reply. Risk high. You stare at the screen for a moment. Everything is risk. Move. You send it. Decision made. That's your job now. Not to hesitate. Not to question. Just to keep the system moving. A knock hits the door behind you, sharp, twice. You don't turn. Come. One of your runners steps in. Young. Nervous. Still new enough to feel things. We lost contact with one transporter, he says. You finally turn your chair slowly. When? 30 minutes ago. Too long. Your mind starts working instantly. Phone off? Dead zone? Or something worse? You stand up. Last known point? He hands you a small device. You check the location. Checkpoint. Your jaw tightens slightly. That wasn't supposed to be active tonight. You look back at the maps. Something shifted. You missed it. That doesn't happen. You grab another phone and send a single message. Confirm status. No response. You wait. 10 seconds. 20. Nothing. Your chest feels heavier now. Not panic, but pressure. Then the message comes in. Not from him, from another number. Detained. One word. That's all it takes. The room feels smaller instantly. You look at the runner. Out. He doesn't argue. He leaves fast. Now it's just you and the screens. Detained means risk. Risk means exposure. Spreads means exposure. You move quickly now, fingers flying across devices. Shut route 3. Burn contact list B. Delay all movement 12 hours. Responses come back instantly. The system reacts fast. It has to. You pace the room once, thinking, if he talks. You stop that thought immediately. You can't think like that. You think in control. Containment. You pick up the burner from level 4, the one that matters. You hesitate for half a second, then dial. It rings once, twice, then a voice answers, calm. You explain in short, precise words. No emotion, no detail, just facts. Silence on the other end. Then, handle it. The line goes dead. You lower the phone slowly. Handle it. That means no mistakes, no loose ends, no second chances. You turn back to the screens, eyes sharper now. This isn't about moving people anymore. This is about survival. The system depends on you staying ahead, always one step ahead. And tonight, you almost weren't. You sit back down, staring at the maps. Every blinking light now feels like a threat. Every route like a risk. And for the first time since you started, you understand something clearly. This isn't control. It's pressure, constant, relentless. And one mistake, just one, is enough to bring everything down, including you. The screens keep glowing, the messages keep coming, and you keep moving. Because stopping isn't an option. Not anymore. Level 6, Syndicate Manager. The room is silent except for the ticking clock on the wall. Everyone is waiting for you to speak. You're no longer taking orders. You are the authority now. Territories, operations, profits, all under your control. But power comes with pressure. A rival group is moving into your routes, taking your supply, undercutting your deals. You can't ignore it. You give the order. One message, one decision, and by morning, the problem is gone. Just like that. But something shifts inside you, because now you realize you're not just part of the system anymore. You are the system. Level 7, collapse. It happens fast, too fast. One mistake, one loose end. One person who talked too much. Sirens in the distance. Doors breaking. Shouts echoing through the building. You're running before you even think. Papers left behind. Phones destroyed. Cash abandoned. None of it matters now. You reach the exit and freeze. Police everywhere. There's no escape, no deal, no control. Just cold metal around your wrists. As they push you into the car, you look back one last time at everything you built, gone. And in the silence that follows, you realize something. The system didn't end. It just replaced you. Someone else is already standing where you once stood. Watching, waiting, smiling at the next target, and the cycle continues.